What's up YouTube? Today we're going to take the plunge into electrostatic speakers and we're going to get into it right after the jump. And I'm back. Before we begin, I'd like to thank the guys at Martin Logan for sending the speaker package over for me to review. Thanks guys. Now if you're into home theater speakers and amps, you should definitely consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that bell. So this 5.1 setup consists of a pair of Martin Logan ESL-X, ESL-C center channel, Motion 4i for surrounds, and Dynamo 1600X subwoofer. The ESL-X comes in at $2,000 for the satin black finish and $2,500 for the glossy finish. These prices are each, so we're talking a $4,000 pair or a $5,000 pair depending on how you want it finished. However, I did find the satin black finish on Amazon for $16.99. On the front, it's hard to miss the 40-inch by 8.6 electrostatic transducer, which handles the mid and high frequencies. For low-end frequencies, the ESL-X has dual 8-inch drivers. Frequency response is 41 Hz to 22,000 Hz with the crossover at 400 Hz. The ESL-X is a 6-ohm speaker with power handling of 20 to 400 watts and a sensitivity of 91 decibels. On the back we have the second 8-inch woofer and 2 sets of binding posts for those that like to buy amp or buy wire. Also in the back is a power port to connect the included AC adapter. Every electrostatic speaker made by Martin Logan will have to be plugged into power. The ESL-C center channel comes in at $16.99 in satin black and $18.99 for gloss black. Now this is a very interesting center channel as it has 3 distinct drivers for different frequencies. Front and center we can see the 1-inch by 1.4-inch folded motion tweeter flanked by 2 6.375-inch and 9-inch electrostatic transducers. And on the inside we have 2 5.25-inch aluminum cone drivers. Frequency response is 66 Hz to 23,000 Hz with a crossover at 600 Hz between the aluminum drivers and the electrostatic panels, and 3400 Hz between the electrostatic panels and the folded motion tweeter. The ESL-C is a 4-ohm speaker with power handling of 20 to 300 watts and a sensitivity of 89 decibels. On the back we have a single pair of binding posts and a power jack to connect the included AC adapter. Now on to the subwoofer. The Dynamo 1600X comes in at $16.99 and is a 15-inch subwoofer with a 900 watt RMS 1800 watt peak amplifier. Frequency response is 20 Hz to 200 in LFE mode. I was very surprised to see a 15-inch subwoofer in such a small enclosure, but don't get it twisted, it's still a large driver. The subwoofer is downward firing, but you can change it to front firing and use the included grille. On the back, in each corner, you can see where to place the feet for this front firing orientation change. Another quick note about the feet, you can remove the rubber tip to expose the spike for those using the subwoofer on carpet. On the back, from top to bottom, we have the wireless adapter port, power port, app/local setting, I set this to local for now, level control, ARC input, status LED, power mode selector. Our options are on, trigger, and auto. I have it set to auto as of right now. There's a trigger input, left and right RCA line level input, and a single LFE RCA input, which is what I'm using in the current setup. You also get a balanced XLR input for LFE along with left and right speaker line level inputs. I did set this subwoofer up in a different place as I wanted to leave more room by my staircase. I moved it closer to the couches and I did set up the sub on a decoupling device. As for surround speakers, I am using the Motion 4i's I got back in February, so if you'd like more information on those, click the link in the description to that video and I'll leave a card up top. Alright everyone, that's pretty much it for the overview. Now on to my initial impressions. I know you guys are going to ask, how do these sound? And I really haven't had that much time with them to really give a good evaluation. And of course, I have other speakers that I need to compare them to, but I will tell you this. That electrostatic panel really does give a delicate quality to the music. And I noticed this a lot with acoustic instruments, guitars, violins, cellos, that kind of thing. But as I said, I am going to spend more time with these guys because I really like this sound. Now, if you're wondering what speakers I'm going to compare these ESL X's to, I like to keep things on an even playing field. So I like to compare them by, price. That way I get to an apples to apples comparison. So I'll be comparing the ESL X's, which are a $2,000 speaker, to the RF-73s, which are an $1,800 speaker. Of course, those prices are each. So I feel like these are going to be a good kind of a matchup. So definitely stay tuned for that video. A couple of other things I do want to check out is, if you noticed, this speaker setup actually has varying ohm levels. So the ESL X's, those two speakers have 6 ohm loads, and the center channel and the two surrounds are 4 ohm speakers, and my height channels are all 8 ohm speakers. So yes, I have 4 ohm, 6 ohm, and 8 ohm speakers connected to the Denon AVR X6500H. So I'm very curious to see how the Denon handles that mixed ohm load, and I'm very curious to see how the Monoprice 9-channel amp handles all those, as well as the Emotiva XPA9. So I have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of rewiring to do just to see how these amplifiers in the AVR kind of handle this mixed ohm load. Another thing that is interesting is when I reached out to Rel to get a subwoofer from them into review, I told them all the speakers I had in-house, and they said that they wanted me to review their subwoofer with the Martin Logans. One last thing I would like to leave you guys in this initial impression video is that these Martin Logans have a WAF of 10. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, wife acceptance factor 10. My wife loves the look of these. She's like, are those actually speakers? And when I had them hooked up, she's like, wow, these sound amazing. She's like, can we keep these? Now that is something I did want to mention in this unboxing overview and first impression video of this Martin Logan package. Again, that was the ESL X mains, the ESL-C center channel, and the Dynamo 1600X. The Motion 4 eyes I didn't really talk about because I made a video about those before. I'll put that in the description along with links to all this product so you guys can check it out on your own. If you have any questions about this or anything else, let me know in the comments below or on whichever social or email, whatever you guys like to use. Again, big thanks to Martin Logan for sending these in for review. And that's pretty much it for this video. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Chana D. I'm your Techno Dad, and I'll see you next time.